Hey, welcome to House Church Helps, where today I want to help us think about the question, how do you know if you've had a good house church meeting? How do you know if your organic church really was hitting on all cylinders? Is there a way to tell? How did the apostles do it? Let's explore that question together today. So how do you know if you've had a good church meeting? Is it how you feel? Because a lot of times that's how we measure whether a church meeting is good or not. I think that comes from the fact that our culture is focused on entertainment. And so we go to concerts we like, we watch sporting events that we like, we turn off TV shows we don't like if it doesn't make us feel good or we're not in the mood for that. And so I think a lot of times we measure church services by how we feel because it's natural as our culture is based in entertainment. And a lot of churches have moved towards more entertainment. How do we get people to feel like this is home for them? But feelings aren't the best way to gauge whether something is good or not. I mean, I can be in a bad mood, and no matter how good things are around me, everything looks bad. And that's not good. So maybe feelings aren't the best way to gauge. But in the book of Acts, chapter 2, Luke gives us four things that we can look for to know if a church meeting, church gathering is actually good. The first thing is devoted to, all four of these we are to be devoted to, the apostles' teaching. So are we devoted to the scriptures, the Bible, not somebody's thoughts and ideas that they want us to live by, but what does the Bible tell us? We want to get our ideas, our truth from the scriptures, not from somebody else. So is it the apostles' teaching? Is that the focus of our church most of the time? If it is, we could be on the road to knowing our church meeting is pretty good. The second thing, the apostles' teaching, fellowship. Are we living life in community? If you go to a church meeting and you sit there bored, say nothing, don't engage, negative, positive, doesn't matter. If you're passive, there's no fellowship. You just can't be fellowship sitting like a bump on a log. Fellowship means interaction, means connection. It's where life on life happens. So if we go to a church meeting and the scripture is centric to what's the life of what's happening, if it's interactive with other believers, apostles' teaching, fellowship, breaking of bread, the bread and the cup, like remembering that Jesus died for us and is coming back, and find celebrative ways to do that, whether it's with prayer or whether it's with song or whether it's a focus or whether it comes out of a meal, whether it's around stories of what Jesus has done. We need to break bread together, not somebody saying, hey, take this piece of bread and this sip of juice and off you go at the end of a meeting. So apostles' teaching, fellowship, breaking of the bread, and then prayer. And I think this is communal conversation with God, not somebody up front speaking to God for us. Not wrong, but can't just be that. It's got to be us getting together, putting our arms around each other, holding hands, crying out to God, telling him how great he is, how much we appreciate him, how much we need him, talking to God as family. I think if you have those four things, the apostles' teaching, scriptures, fellowship, interaction, breaking of bread, man, where we are celebrating the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ and he's coming back, and prayer, communal conversation with God. If those four things are happening, even if it doesn't feel good, even if you've had a bad day, even if you don't like the topic, you can know you've had a good church service. And I think that's a good thing. In fact, that probably means most of your church services are really good. And so celebrate that and enjoy that and teach others. This is how the scriptures tell us we can know we've had a good church service. I hope these thoughts have been of some benefit to you today. Have a great day.